Okay. So this week, what we're going to get into is something that came up in a match a week or so ago, about a week and a half ago. And what we saw was a team, four courts actually swept the match. And one of the teams won in two tie breaks. 7-6, 7-6, they won the match. And they came off and they said, well, what could we have done better? And I was like, well, here's the situation. You guys really have amazing drives and you didn't use them. And that's why the match was so close, because you didn't really use your drives at the right time. So we talked about, driving a Ferrari and never getting out of second gear. I mean, you can do
it's still 100 miles an hour.
But come on, you want to get out of second gear, right? So we talked about making sure when the opportunity to put pressure on the other team shows up or is created because we hit good lobs and they end up with short overheads, we need to really drive that ball, obviously, at the player off the net. So they weren't doing that often enough. They did it sometimes, but not often enough, and that's why we had that conversation, was when the opportunity presents itself, we need to take advantage of it and put the pressure on it. We would not drive a Ferrari only in second gear. We got to go beyond that. Now, that was a women's match, and here's one of the things we know. Us men types don't generally just lob. We generally drive too much. We do the other thing. We're drive-aholics. If we're not sure, we're slightly off balance, and we're like, should I drive this or should I lob this? 100% of the time it's drive, right? I don't know. Every time, right? Because that's what we do. And so we have to find the balance. And that's what we're going to work on today, is really trying to focus on finding the balance between not just our body's balance, but the balance between lobs and drives, and creating the drive opportunity. So keeping it simple, if we move back here and we look, when you're in the back court and you find yourself moving forward, this would be drive, right? This is drive. Now, if they're both on top of the net, then maybe it's not drive, but most of the time it's still drive. Okay? If I'm running forward here and they're both on top of the net, this would be drive between them, not trying to go around them, but drive between them and make them stab each other in the throat to get the volley. That's what you want, right between them. Under control, my weight's going forward. If I'm back and the ball's overhit and coming back and I'm moving forward toward the court, even this high is totally fine. I like this height a lot. This is drive. All the other times are pretty much lob. If you find yourself, like this happens a lot on return of serve, like we'll line up for a return of serve, they'll hit the ball on the angle, and we'll go lateral to get the ball, and we're still trying to hit these incredible drives with our weight headed sideways. If your weight is sideways, that's not drive, that's lob. So ideally, you'll cut it off on a return of serve by moving diagonal forward to take it earlier. Yeah, this is drive. But if there's no way to cut it off diagonally and you're going sideways, lob. Same thing, jam. Lob. Same thing on the screen. Oh shoot, it's behind me. Lob. Anytime you're off balance, today especially, because it's a special day, you're gonna lob. If you're moving forward, I want you to drive, and just pay attention to where you're placing that drive so that you're not giving it right back to the partner who's ready. Because that does happen, where we've gone through all the hard work to create a great lob, to create a short ball, we step up, and then we drive right to the guy who's waiting at the net to drop shot us for a winner. Okay? Obviously, we need to get that over to the guy off the net. That's going to be key. So today is all about the balance, or the moving forward to drive, falling back to lob. Alan or Kari, anything to add?
No, we may have something we have to play.
Bet we do. Okay, so get with somebody that you're going to play with.